What's going on, everybody? It's Brett. I wanted to share a recent trip that I took out to Buttonwillow. This was actually the first time I got to put my new Porsche on track and wanted to be able to share it with you guys. This is also the first time I've been able to run my new Catalyst, which again is basically a video overlay with recording. It shows a ton of great stuff you can see on here with speed, lap time, G-force, but really it helps to kind of show you where your best laps are and where you can improve. And so, like I said, I've been having a blast with it, so I wanted to kind of show two different laps. So we'll show actually my first lap, lap one, on here, so we can kind of see the roughest of how it runs, and then a lap from later on in the day, so we can see the difference. And it's about a 6-second difference. So there are definitely people that have that could run this track a lot faster than me. Like I said, for myself, this is a, we can see my 911 GTS. So this is a 2016 911 GTS, so last of the naturally aspirated. We can see how fast I'm going here because of that blurriness in the background. But like I said, I picked this up in January, so like I said, still a newer vehicle for me. Previous to this, I was driving a 2017 C7 Grand Sport. So again, totally different feel, going from a much larger, heavier front engine car into obviously a much smaller, more nimble rear engine vehicle. So again, I found you can see the difference between kind of the morning and the afternoon. A lot of that is actually me learning how to trust the car. Instead of coming in and saying, okay, I got the extra torque in the vet, hammer on the gas, hammer on the brake. What I'm finding on here is maybe if I just let off the gas just a little bit, this car can actually handle those corners beautifully. And so again, we're going to take a look and see what some of the differences are between here. I won't chat too much through this. Again, obviously when you're on track, you have to have the windows down, so there's a little bit of wind noise that sometimes overrides the beautiful sound of the engine in there. But like I said, we'll kind of run through this. I won't do too much, but a little color commentary in here. So if you haven't driven Buttonwillow, you can actually see some of the areas to pay attention to. So as we come off, this is the first straightaway in here. We're going to come around and we're going to see a little chicane in here. And you can see in the beginning, I'm turning a little too much. So we can see a little extra sway in there. In the second lap, you see it's a little smoother and a little faster. Big sweeping corner coming around here. And as we come across, hey, we can see a little tornado down in that bottom right side over there. It was definitely a dusty, dirty day. When you first look at Buttonwillow, it just seems very flat. It doesn't seem as fun as, say, Laguna, where I ride a little bit more often. But this really is a great, great track. And we can see here I'm missing a lot of the berms. I get better on that through the day. You can see and hear the different routes. Definitely have to pay attention if you haven't driven on track before. That can be a little scary sometimes in there. But you kind of learn that track after a couple laps. There we go. There's a good berm ride. Left to right. Definitely the guys that were running faster. I ran passenger in a couple rides. They're the guys that use the whole track. So you definitely, if you want to take those seconds off, it's not about horsepower. It is definitely learning how to drive that track. This corner caught me a couple times. You can hear as my back end slides out a little bit there and how much I let off the gas and broke into there. And then as you come around through the straightaway, Okay, so this time we're going to actually pop up that first lap in the picture-in-picture so we can actually kind of compare the two. Now, obviously, I end up going faster in the one and moving forward because I'm 6 seconds faster in it. But again, we can kind of see just the general flow between the two laps here. So let's go ahead and... And there you go. So you can see about a 5 to 6 second difference between the two, and it really comes down to, for me, trusting the car more. So learning to, maybe not brake quite so much in there. Using obviously a little bit more of the track, so still have a lot to go in there. Trying to go berm to berm. But like I said, definitely using the track and, not braking as hard, just letting a little off the gas. And we can see the difference in there. So I've got a second one coming up. I was on Thunderhill last week, so I'll get some of those videos done, as well as probably a review of the catalyst, since people are always asking me how that overlay works. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will catch you next time.